So welcome everyone as you are jumping on. My name is Latoya Lackey and I'm here with my friend Lauren Roberts. And we know each other from church, from when she used to live in Tennessee. 2 years ago?
2 years ago now, yeah.
Yeah. We were talking on the phone the other day, and we are both in network marketing. We both love Jesus, and we just began to talk around what some of the stigma is with women and network marketing, different things like that. And so I said, why don't we do a live on Instagram and just talk about it and bring some awareness to this topic. So if you are watching the recording or going back and watching the replay, and I am going to edit the beginning of this video. We're trying to get her on here, and I will get it uploaded to YouTube as well. But definitely want you to say hi to us today if you're jumping on in the comments so we can see you, that kind of thing. But Lauren, let's just start out. Just tell us a little bit about you and like how long have you been in network marketing, and what have you seen as far as like with your own struggles and your own self, and just Christian woman being in business and in the home raising the children. Like, tell me a little bit about your story.
Yeah, so I haven't been in network marketing all that long. I've been a customer for years. So I am in Young Living, and about 8 months ago, felt like it was time to actually turn it into a business, and realized I'm sharing this naturally. I share it anyway because I love and use the products and have for 7 years. I should be making money off of this. I've been an influencer for 5 years now and started various accounts with that. I'm like, this is what I do. And network marketing at its core is affiliate marketing. It's just fancy. That's literally all it is. And so, yeah, it's proven to be a huge blessing, for my family, and, allows me to continue to stay at home, as well as like put our kids in the schools that we want them to be at. And it's been a huge blessing.
So when you were, you said you were already doing influencing on social media before you got into network marketing. What did that look like for you?
Mainly still what I do now, just sharing my life, sharing products that I loved, that I used. And just as I did that, naturally, I noticed that people would ask, oh, what is that? Where's that from? And so now it's turned into a full-blown business where it actually provides a leg of income for my family, and it's proven to be a blessing to people all over the country, where I've been able to introduce people to different products that they wouldn't have known otherwise. And, you know, it's really helped improve lives, which is amazing.
It is amazing. And, you know, it's interesting. I want to dive back into that for just a second, because I heard something this morning that is a reason behind some of this questioning here. When you were referring other people's products and things before you actually got into network marketing business, did you ever do affiliate marketing or anything? Did you ever make money doing that on social media, or was it just?
I did. You make more money with network marketing.
Right? Yeah. So that's.
Yeah, there are some good companies out there. But I mean, most of the big ones pay crap.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I've literally gotten, there's a large chain, I'll keep them unnamed for this purpose, but like anyone who's done affiliate marketing knows who they are. I've literally gotten like 43 cents on $100 sale.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
And so there's just a point where, I mean, I make a good amount there, and I choose companies that align with me and choose wisely. But there's a reason why you see most affiliate marketers will do ads, because ads pay a lot more than just commissions at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and it makes it a totally different beast, right? So we have a power hour every morning on our team, in our community, and a girl on our team is a social media influencer, and she used to do social media marketing and training people, come to her for
Yeah.
Instagram training, things like
Yeah.
that. But she said recently in this last year, she's actually totally shifted her platform or how she does it, because she said it's amazing. She said all of these people are out here trying to make money on Instagram and building all of these affiliate marketing and stuff. And she's like, it's really interesting when she started to position herself as saying, look, I travel all the time. You know, I'm a Christian. I get to share my faith. I get to do ministry when I want. I travel how I want. I earn free trips. I do all of these things, and I do it through network marketing. And I make more money than I was making through affiliate marketing,
Right.
you know, being the size that I was for the account that I was. People are really surprised by that. They're like, you do that with one product and a referral link, like with one referral link, not 25 affiliate referral links, right? So it's an interesting concept. So for those of you that are watching that are not familiar with network marketing is small business. It is women and men, but a lot of women in our industry that are stay-at-home moms, a lot of them, or we leave our corporate jobs and come work at home because we're just living the better life, right? So to speak. But we have products that we sell, and we have teams that we build. We develop leaders under us. That's what we do. And so I'm with a different company than Lauren is with. She's with Young Living. I'm with Plexus. So we'll put our companies over to the side. The interesting thing is, and this is what I love, and this is why Lauren and I got so excited on our call the other night. I said, I truly believe that network marketing, the industry of network marketing, is a couple of things are happening. Number one, the industry in of itself is changing. Tommy, see? Mama didn't know I was on Instagram Live. Okay. So a couple of things are changing within our world today. Okay. Number one, people are needing more choices. They need choices in where they work and how they work. They have seen through the Great Resignation that they can work from anywhere. Literally, they don't have to be in an office. And so now they're able to be more free about what type of work they do. And so more people are coming into the network marketing industry. Another thing that's changing is it used to be like, not to name company names, but like the old Amway salesman. I know I hate to say that because I know it's a great company, but like you think of like the old, like our parents that went into like some hotel somewhere and heard like this big presentation, and like it was some kind of pyramid type thing. It sounded like, which that's what, you know, some people still think. But little do you know, your corporate job is actually a pyramid scheme. But anyway, we actually all make money here, so it's really great. But the thing that's happening, and I was telling Lauren this, the thing that I've been seeing is there's this mass exodus of Christians from the marketplace, from the traditional marketplace, and they're looking for either entrepreneurship, starting their own businesses, or looking for network marketing ways to make money, residual income. Number one, money while you sleep, and number two, money that is flexible, money that is lasting, that is legacy money, money that can actually change your family's you know, future direction, and where you are not held down to some of the standards and guidelines, regulations, you get my drift, that some of the other companies out there may be holding you to. So people are looking for that. And also, and this really gets me excited, I believe network marketing in this industry is the way that God is going to fund what's coming in the kingdom in this next way, because he needs to get money into the hands of his people as quickly as possible. Big sums of money, 6-figure money, 7-figure money into the hands of his people doing kingdom things, kingdom mandates. And that's what excites me about this industry. What about you, Lauren?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I wanted to touch on when you said people tend to be shocked when you change your platform to one thing. And I think that goes back to that car salesman. We're stepping on people. We're only bringing people in to promote our business. And that model has entirely changed. There's been a whole generation of women who have really dug their heels in the ground and chosen to fight the fight to be authentic.
Yes.
And because of that, it's entirely changed the game of how network marketing or social selling, however you want to say it, is done. And so you're just talking about products that you already use.
Yeah.
that you love, you know, that's benefited you personally. And so because of that, it's natural. And so it's so easy to make money with it. I mean, it takes work. Don't get me wrong. It takes a lot of work. I have my prevailing to-do list that seems to always keep growing, but it is a business. But I love, a friend of mine describes network marketing as entrepreneurship with training wheels.
Yes.
Because you're not getting the products, you know, if you make a mistake, you're not going to have to shut down your whole business. Now everyone else's livelihoods is gone. No, like they can still keep doing it. And so it's really a good way if you've ever wanted to be an entrepreneur or thought, oh, it might be kind of nice to start a side hustle and make a couple $100 a month. It's a really nice way to kind of like tiptoe into entrepreneurship, into doing your own thing. And that's why people who do it and who start to make an income from it become absolutely obsessed with the model.
Yes. Oh, and because there is nothing like it, and there's no other community. There's no other community like it. What other community can you even think of where someone that would be conceived as a competitor in my industry, where the two of us would come together and say, hey, everybody, you should come do what we're doing because it's amazing. And even, and which is not why we're having this call. We're having this call to talk about the Christians in it, but here's where we go with it. But it's because we're passionate about it, because we know the difference that this income can make in a person's life. We've seen it for ourselves, and we've seen it for people on our team. And there's no other community where you have so many people around you that are wanting to achieve more. You know, I did a teaching the other day that was talking about just drama in your life. And, you know, I said people that have a ton of drama, they have no vision, they have no goals, they're usually sick, they're not going anywhere. And it's because that's where they're focused. People in this industry are not focused there. They're focused on goals, they're focused on growth, they're focused on what can I learn, how can I grow, how can I be a better leader, how can I be, you know, a better servant to my team, like what can I do to make people's experience better. And what an amazing environment to be in. So I'm going to go back to what you just said, though, where you're talking about kind of that used car salesman and authenticity and everything. You know, we have no problem sharing our HelloFresh link, you know, with our neighbor that wants to get some HelloFresh or whatever. We have no problem with that. Why do you think women have a problem sharing a link off of something where they're going to make money? Where do you think that hiccup is?
I think it's mindset. I know for me personally, you know, for years I've heard about MLM scams and legitimate people who were actually scammed or taken advantage of, or just at the very least felt unvalued, felt like they were being used for $1. And so I think when you hear that, I know that was something when I first started, about 6 weeks into it, I had to stop and go, ooh, there's a mindset here that's sabotaging me. There's a record in the back of my head that's playing, and it's not my voice, but it's the voice of so many people that I love and trust that have been wounded by this industry, by the car salesman yicky side, that I need to get rid of that, because that's not me. That's not how I do things. That's never been how I do things. And I had to take ownership of it at that point and go, okay, well, this is my business.
Yeah.
What does that look like for me? What if I wanted to join a team, what would my ideal team look like? And that's how I started crafting it. And I think there is one of the things that I say, one of the problems in this industry is it can be codependent. And that's just because you have a lot of people who are new to entrepreneurship. And so there's a point in your mindset where you have to actually take ownership of, this is mine. It's not my leader's business. It's not, you know, or my upline or whatever it's called. It's not their business. It's my business. I was inspired by them, so I chose to join it, and we all work together, but it's mine at the end of the day. And mindset really is the make or break thing.
It is.
This business, any business, but this business will really expose if there's any poverty mentality, any lack mentality, any insecurities of I'm not good enough, because you can only make as much money as you feel you are worthy to make. And so if there's a wall that's being hit, there's a sign that there's a mentality, and it could be totally subconscious. I've had to there's been things that have popped up and I'm like, I didn't even realize I thought that way until like the Lord brought this up, and I was like, yep, there it is. Yeah. I need to deal with this. This is a poverty mindset here. And when I did, there was an uptick in my business. There is a direct relation to my mindset and my character growth to my business. And I think that's how it is for a lot of us, because God loves us. He doesn't want us to get crushed by success. He wants us to have the character and the foundation to be able to handle the blessing that he is giving, and then find the joy in blessing others. Like we support a ministry out in Pakistan, and like they send us pictures of how it affects their widows and kids and everything. And it's amazing. It's one of my greatest joy to see those pictures. And it's because we have the money to do it. Like Ecclesiastes says, money solves all the world problems. And so when we get over any barriers about money, about network marketing, and choose to go, well, that's their viewpoint, that's not mine. And okay, I will find my people will find me. Yeah. If there's someone who's going, well, that's a scam, or you're cheating people or whatever, I get that. I hear people say that to me, and I'm like, well, I don't, so bye. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not my people.
Yeah, you're not my people. You're not my people. Well, and it is true. I mean, our business is 100% mindset. I mean, this is your $1 million asset right here, and it is trusting the Lord and allowing him to walk you through some of those patterns, because a lot of people, for me, network marketing allowed me, I was in corporate America, and even though I had a great job and I was with an amazing company, very world-renowned leadership development company, I did not have a college degree. And so there was only so far I could go in the company without getting that, and only so much money I could make. And here I was talking to CEOs in Nashville and sitting across from them, telling them how to run their leaders and how to run their teams and how to develop people. And I barely graduated high school. And so I had a huge imposter syndrome going on. And I knew that if I was going to break out of that, I needed to I needed to go back to school, which was not in the cards for our lifestyle at that time, during that time, or I needed to find something else I could do. And network marketing is one of those things that, like, I know I could come into it, and with work and with, the Lord's guidance for sure. And, learning what I need to learn, that there's nothing that I can't learn. There's nothing anyone can't learn in this market, in this industry, in order to be successful. And so it gave me a leg up. It gave me an opportunity that corporate America wasn't giving me. And, but I had to get past that imposter syndrome still. I had to get past that mindset and understand that I had been trapped. I didn't even realize I had been trapped in that for years. I did not even realize how I had allowed that to hold me back, And I think a lot of women, especially Christian women, we have that imposter syndrome, or it will be like you were talking about, being authentic in their delivery. And will people construe my motives? Will they think, if I'm talking to them about my product, that I'm just after them to make money, or will they understand? And I think that's where we have to, number one, absolutely check your heart, right? Make sure that your motives are correct and that you're not improperly using people or approaching people, because that can happen. So you want to make sure that your heart motives are correct, that you sincerely, truly have a care for that person, for their well-being. And this is why you're bringing them this product, right? And then also to understand and know that you are building genuine relationships. And like you said, if people know you and they know your heart and they know what type of person you are, they're not going to think that you're trying to scam them. I mean, they're just not.
People can sense it. People are smart, They can sense when you're being inauthentic. They can sense. They can smell the BS from a mile away.
Yes, absolutely.
Even online, it's so obvious when someone is just in it for the money. You follow someone long enough, and you can see how just the yucky side, Yeah. Like people get those gut feelings, and they listen to those gut feelings, as they should.
Yeah, I always say you can't hide crazy. It pops out eventually. It's going to pop out from under that little hat eventually. You just cannot hide crazy. And so, yeah, people always show their true colors, you know. And so it's, so I want to go back because, and I do want to give a plug for the Rainies. Kyle and Cassie Rainey did a webinar yesterday that actually came along after Lauren and I had discussed doing this topic. They did a webinar, and there were people on, over 400 people from 6 different network marketing companies got on, and it was all around mindset, money, ministry, minded people in network marketing. And I applaud them. And they have got a new online community that actually launched today. And I think it's called Anthem. But if you go to, I think it's themrainies.com is their website. So there's a plug for the Rainies. Go on there. It's $20. But they're going to do monthly discipleship and all kinds of things around this topic. It's going to be company neutral, and it's all going to be around Christian mindset in network marketing and in business. So I would highly encourage that. But it was interesting, Lauren, as I was watching the live yesterday and looking at the comments, some of the comments that came across broke my heart and got me all fiery, angry. Angry at the enemy, all at once, because I saw people that were, that the church has trapped and has kept in cages over success and over entrepreneurship. You know, it's not a bad thing when my husband, who owns a brick and mortar business, comes in and somebody needs, you know, he runs a mechanic shop. So if someone comes in and they say, you know, oh, hey, my air conditioner broke, and they say, oh, go over and talk to Chris. That's not a weird thing in the church, because he has a brick and mortar business. You know, if he were to get awarded, you know, business of the year for our county or something like that, and we were to mention that, or, you know, just celebrate him or have a party about that, that would not be a weird thing. But for some reason, people have shame around the network marketing. And to the point where even I saw yesterday in the chat, you know, in our company, and I'm sure it's the same in yours, once you reach the higher levels, you get things like trips and cars and that sort of thing. People that were in ministry, pastors and pastors' wives that were on there, said they had passed on the car because they were worried about what people were going to think. Like, that broke my heart. That broke my heart, that someone that, because guys, that stuff does not just happen. That is hard work. That is sacrifice. That is, you know, time that your family, you know, you may have had to trade some family time for that. You have put in long hours. You have developed people. You have developed teams and systems and good customers that are faithful and loyal. Like, there's a lot that goes into something like that. And to reach that level of success and not be able to enjoy a reward of that as a testimony of how good God is, that's devastating to me. That's so sad.
Absolutely. Well, that's that poverty mindset right there of like, not believing that you're worth that. I mean, in order to get that, you have to be pulling in your income at least 6 figures, if not 7, in most companies. And you've brought in 7 figures to that company. I mean, that company has made millions off of your work. And I mean, I think it goes back to so often the church focuses on the misinterpreted verse, for the love of money is the root of all evil. I do not understand how the church cannot read when it comes to that verse.
Hello.
I'm like, it says it there. It's not like it was misinterpreted from the original, you know, from the Greek. It says it in English. For the love of money. Love. Circle it, underline it, highlight it. Love of money. Money's just a tool. Much like food. God was giving me this revelation the other day. He was like, for the love of food brings in evil. And he's like, there are people who love food, and they will use it they will use the food to process. They start to idolize food. And he's like, look what happens to their bodies. So true. He's like, it's just a tool. For the love of any tool is going to bring any form of evil. And so that I think just gets so put in, and it's the St. Augustine. I mean, he was awesome, but he did have a poverty issue with that. He really brought that into the church of like, to be poor was to be holy. And like, newsflash, Jesus wasn't poor. No. Poor people don't have treasurers. There was a time when I lived 6 months with 31 cents. That's all I had. I didn't have a treasurer. I didn't even have an accountant. You know what I mean? Like, he didn't have an accountant. He had a treasurer.
Right. Exactly.
Like, there is a certain level of wealth. I mean, heck, most upper middle class in America don't have treasurers.
Right.
They might have wealth, but not a treasurer. I mean, that is a full-blown organization. The Lord, I mean, when the wise men brought frankincense, gold, and myrrh, and those were not like the little tiny little basket gifts that we see in the nativity. That's not how you gifted a king. It was oodles and oodles, buckets, just overflowing gold, frankincense, and myrrh, which was the standard of wealth in the day. Yes. He was set up from the time he was born to be a king.
Yes.
And I mean, and it also mentions that Judas would steal from the treasury. You don't steal when there's nothing.
When there's nothing there. Exactly. Well, and here's the thing. It's like we've made, and I think it's because of the prosperity preachers out there that, you know, name it and claim it, and I want my Mercedes and all that stuff. And that's not what we're talking about here.
No.
What we're talking about is fruit for your labor, reward for hard work, the Lord blessing a business. Again, if Lauren or myself had a brick and mortar business and we were bringing in 6 figures and we drove a nice car and we went on nice trips and we were able to give and bless, we were able to give more than we used to tithe, we used to make, right? We're able to do that. Where's the disconnect there? You know, if it was a brick and mortar business, you would not think 2 things about it, but because it's network marketing, people have a hang up, and it's so interesting. So I think part of my mission, and I even have it written on my wall, is to change how people view how we do this business and to raise the standard of how we do business. And I feel like the heart of most of the people that I know, no matter what company they're in, that are in network marketing, that's where their heart is. Absolutely. They're like, we want to help people. This is about connecting genuinely. This is about getting in with people's dreams. And this is not, we're no longer product pushers. You know, we are dream makers. We are hope dealers. That is what we do. You know, we coach people to success, and it's the product, whatever it is that your company has, that is the means by which the money is transferred. Yeah. But what we actually do in this business is we actually elevate people. We actually help them to break off these mindsets and to break out of these boxes. And then as being Christian women and Christian leaders within church, it's so huge to me. Another comment that was made was in reference to, you know, thinking, and I don't remember the exact comment, but it was in reference to thinking, you know, if I make more money than my husband, it diminishes his role as a leader. And I commented on that and I said, no, I was like, your success lends to your husband's success. The Proverbs 31 woman, she was a multi-business development person. She ran her household. She had servants. She woke up early. She was a business-minded woman. She ran some things, okay? Not only that, though, but it says that her husband's heart safely trusted in her. It was a safe place for him to land, was her heart. It was his heart. It was a safe place for his heart to land, was her. And then secondly, he had a good reputation in the community because of her and her reputation and how she handled herself. So you, ma'am, wife, mom, you being successful does not diminish your role as a wife and a mother. It enhances it. It enhances your marriage. It enhances your husband. It enhances your children to see that success. It does not belittle them. And if it does, that's a problem in them. That's not a problem in you.
Right. Well, and I think there has been so much, I had never heard of that mindset until a friend of mine actually said her husband had a problem with her making more money. Mm-hmm. she got hired from a job, and he made the comment of, well, I guess you're the breadwinner now. This is an executive at Disney who made this comment. And it just exposes, that's an orphaned mindset.
Mm-hmm.
That's not knowing that God the Father provides.
Right.
And that now you're attached and you're one.
Yeah.
It's an orphaned mindset. And so I think there's a lot of that in the church right now. God's pulling it out. God's pulling out poverty and orphan mindset in the American church in droves.
Yes.
And those who aren't dealing with it are getting things like anxiety and depression, and they're saying, oh, I'm just triggered, or oh, this is my personality. And that's not it at all. He's going, hey, red flags, let's pull it out. He's dealing with roots in this season. Yes. And network marketing and just money in general is a really good method to expose where there is any thinking of lack.
Yes.
Or any thinking of unworthiness.
Yes.
We are co-heirs with Jesus.
Yes.
We sit at his right there, right next to him.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what I've been reading in. The Lord's had me in a deep dive in Song of Psalms right now, and just like, whoo, highly recommend reading it in the Passion Translation.
Yes, that's what I was about to tell you. If you read it in the Passion, I love it.
I've been stuck in it for 2 months right now.
Do you see devotion when you look at me? That's the one that I cried for like 3 hours when I read that.
I like when she said, well, but I'm just filthy. Like, I'm dark. There's nothing worthy of me. And he goes, yet you're so lovely. He doesn't even address the yucky.
No, because he doesn't come into agreement with that.
No, he's not like, well, that's true, but we'll work on it. No, no, he's just like, you're yucky. Then she says it again, and he goes, but you're lovely. Does not even address that. And so that is when you know that you are loved by the Father, then you can take the persecution of man. Because unfortunately with money, it does come in the church, because there is such a poverty mindset in the church. Mm-hmm. And so when I saw that about her husband and about her, the other one about the car, it just broke my heart, because there are so many more verses about money positively than there are negatively.
Yes. The issue, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I cut you off. I was going to say the issue and I think this is where the church has gotten it a little mixed up, and this is where people got a hold of, is that whole, it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to enter into heaven. The issue is being your money owning you instead of you owning your money, or realizing that it's God's money. It is a tool, like you said. When we get into proper alignment with our goals, with our dreams, with our visions, that proper alignment should include, God, what do you say you want done with our finances? It should include no debt. It should include being out of debt. It should include, giving. When I have friends in network marketing that can write a $30,000 check for someone to adopt a child.
Yep.
That's kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot think of a better use of money, of wealth.
Absolutely.
Than something like that.
Well,
when we have
you need money to help stop child trafficking.
Yes.
You need money to help eradicate poverty. You need money to make schools better. You need money to pay people for jobs. When your household increases, guess what? You're going to do things like hire a house cleaner. When you have a lot of money, you can pay them well, and now it's a blessing.
Exactly. But people will stop. People will be like, oh, well, if I hire somebody to clean my house, then am I being bougie? Am I being too much? And, all this kind of stuff. And it's like, no, wait a minute. You just employed someone. You just gave that mom that needs an extra $100 a week for groceries money. You just gave that college student money to live off of this week. Like, that's what you just did. Yeah. And then that mom enabled you to be able to actually spend time with your kids eyeball to eyeball instead of doing laundry. You get to spend time on what's really important, not on some of these other things, or time building your business or whatever you use that time for. But it's like, when we realize wealth brings choices, is really what it brings. It brings choices. It brings freedom. True wealth brings choices. It does not keep you tied down. It gives you options. And that is huge. And if the church can grab a hold of that, right? I mean, even the Rainies that we were listening to yesterday, they were on staff at a church when they came into network marketing. They were on food stamps. They had 8 kids. They were in poverty, literally in poverty, and not making enough money to live off of. They were in full-time ministry. The network marketing came into their life. They were blessed. Their businesses grew. And then they were able to say, you know what? Why don't we decrease what you are paying us? They said their church came to them a year later and said, we want to give you a pay increase. And they said, why don't you take that money and go hire some more people that we need for the church? And as a matter of fact, why don't you just decrease our pay? And we'll keep doing what we're doing because we're making money over here. They were able to bless, you know, it's that abundant living, that abundant mindset, you know, and that's what we have to get our heads around as a church, as a people, as Christian businesswomen. Is it is okay, ladies, I want to give you permission, and you can even say this after me when you watch this. It is okay for me to be successful. It is okay for me to make money. It is okay for me to hire help. It is okay. All of that is okay, because you know what? If you're keeping your heart towards the Lord and keeping your eyes on him, he is going to use that. He's going to use that energy. He's going to use that focus, that vision, that drive for his glory. Yeah. You know, because I'm making money with network marketing, because I'm making money while I sleep, I was able to go and evangelize at Bonnaroo for a week and not have to ask off work. And not miss any money and not worry about, am I going to make money while I'm gone? I didn't have to worry about any of that. Do you know how freeing that was to be able to go and do evangelism, to go do real ministry face to face with people without having to worry about any of those things that I used to have to worry about when I was in my corporate job? Right. That was such a blessing. That's the life I want to live.
Right. Absolutely.
Full of freedom. Right? I mean, it's so important, guys. We've got to get past these mindsets. We have got to arrest this thinking. And Lauren, what you were saying, I do believe God is pushing on people in these areas because he wants his kids free, because we're going to have to be free in this next season. We're going to have to be free. We can't be held down by the same religious chains. Me and my husband are doing a Sunday night study right now on Facebook and Instagram, shameless plug, 8 p.m. Central Time, Sunday nights, about freedom from religion into relationship with Jesus, because there's so many things that tie us down that God never intended us to be tied down with. He actually tells us in Galatians that when we're inviting all these laws back into it, that we're making what Christ did nullified. Right. Why did he even have to come? If we had to if keeping all the rules, keeping all these regulations could make it, then why did Jesus even have to die? You know, and so I want to break these mindsets off of people and see people get free. And especially in this industry that we're in, I want to see people get free because the possibilities are limitless. Amen.
Absolutely.
Amen. Amen. Anything else you would like to share on your heart? We've been going for about 30 minutes here.
You know, there is one book that I want to recommend. Yes. So one of the things I do with my business leaders when they first join is I send them books. And I'm like, you need to read these to be on my team. And those who read them get to be on my team. And,
I love it.
But one of them is The Supernatural Ways of Royalty.
Yes.
It comes with a training manual.
Is that Chris Valentin?
Chris Valentin, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
It deals specifically with, as he calls, the pauper to the prince mindset. And so we don't want to be acting like paupers, just getting crumbs from the king's table. We want to act like princes sitting with him, because that's what the Bible says we are. That is our appropriate identity. So I highly recommend getting that book. It's revolutionary.
Awesome.
Revolutionary. But the other thing I just hit home with is just mindset. If your business is not where it is, it's mindset. And keep digging. Just ask the Lord, Father, where have I believed a lie? Yeah. Where's the lie? Anytime there's an anxious thought, anytime there's a worried thought, anytime there's a fearful thought, anytime there's a depressive thought, there's a lie that has been believed somewhere. Yeah. Because the kingdom of heaven is righteousness, peace, and joy. Yes. Not fear, shame, and worry. It's not. And so anytime there's any one of those feelings, Lord, where's the lie? And he is faithful. He will show the lie. And then once you receive the lie, where's the truth? What's your truth in this? And it's amazing how fast you will get set free. And all of a sudden it's like veils will get lifted off of eyes.
Yes.
And you're like, oh, well, I can do this and I can do this. And oh, I don't feel bad about this. And okay, well, this person thinks that I shouldn't make money, that making more money than my husband is wrong, even though my husband's okay with it.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I don't need them in my life. I'll love them. I'll pray for them from afar.
Well, I don't need their approval. I don't need
Yep.
their approval to continue doing what I'm doing.
And to live for an approval of one. Because Jesus knows. You know, men judge by the outer appearance, but the Lord knows the heart. And so as long as like this is clear, then don't worry about it and just keep working on mindset. Because I mean, it's literally the make or break thing. Healing the wounds, getting in healthy community.
Yes.
And if there's none around you, like in person, then get online and find amazing women who, I mean, like we're in 2 different states right now.
Yeah.
We've had a ball talking to each other the last couple of weeks and totally edified and lift each other up. Yeah. And so like, I mean, that just get filled and get people who are going, yeah, you can do it. Like the lady around who gave up her car, her free car, like you didn't have community. You didn't have women around you going, no, that doesn't mean that. Of course, take your car. You worked hard for it.
Right.
Enjoy the fruits. You can enjoy the fruits of your wealth while also being giving, being generous, spreading the kingdom, investing, doing all sorts of stuff like that.
I mean, yeah, what a great testimony of what God is doing in your business. Then for you to, you know, trust me, I'm going to have no shame taking my free trip to Hawaii in 38 days. Trust me, I will be posting about it. That is going to be perfectly fine with me. Thank you, Jesus. But yeah, and it's, I do want to share this too, because, and maybe we can do another one of these. I would love to continue this conversation with you. But something God showed me a couple of weeks ago is anytime that and anybody in this matter, I haven't been able to find an instance where this wasn't true. So if you find one, let me know. But anywhere that I feel hurt, disappointment, rejection, fear of judgment, I'm worried about what other people are going to think. Anytime any of those thoughts are happening, I can turn it around on myself and look inward and say, why did I need X from that person? Why did I need that person or people to approve of what I'm doing? Because what that is going to do, it's going to show you have a place on the inside of you, just like Lauren was saying. You have a place on the inside of you that you have not released to God, that you have not allowed him to come in and heal. Because honestly, the only approval, the only love, the only acceptance, that's my mama calling me again, the only praise, the only anything that you need from, you don't need that from any outward person, not even your spouse. The only person you need that from is God. And if there's anywhere that you are relying on people to bring you any of that validation, completeness, wholeness, love, acceptance, whatever you want to call it, so that you can feel worthy, so you can feel validated, those are places you have not turned over to the Lord. And so anywhere that's coming up in you, I would encourage you to do exactly what Lauren said and take it to the Lord and say, God, where have I not released this to you? Why am I looking to this person or this relationship or these strangers on social media that I never even see and haven't talked to since high school? Who cares? Why am I even worried about their opinion about me? What in me have I not submitted to you? Because once you're fully knowing who you are in him, all of that stuff goes away.
Yeah.
You're not worried. You can love those people. You're not you understand that their opinion of you does not change who you are, affect who you are. You understand that. And when you understand that, you are walking in wholeness. And that is what God needs us to do, because that's when we can be light. That's when we can walk in the things that he's called us to. Because guys, what greater testimony is it for his kids to walk around in wholeness and completeness and prosperity and favor and love and leadership and growth and generosity? What greater testimony is it to the Lord than for all of us to be walking in that, instead of walking around broke, busted, and disgusted, crippled, hurt, and broke? Right. So I would encourage you, grab a hold of that book. And to be honest with you, girl, I think I have that book in my library. That's where I recognize it, and I have not read it. And I've got it in my library. So I'm going to go look and see if I've got it. And if I do, I'm opening it today. So cannot wait. And I love that you have people read books before they join your team. That's amazing. I need to have your book list. I want to know all the things on that. So guys, thank you for joining us. Y'all are amazing. And if you're watching the replay, please make sure that you share. I'm also going to put this up on my YouTube channel, and we will tag everybody and do all the things. But make sure you share this with somebody that needs it, maybe someone that needs an encouraging word. And I'm sure Lauren and I will be getting back together and doing something like this again, if not more things. I don't know. I just feel all kinds of little things bubbling. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and hope you have a great day.
Bye, everyone.